Deep within every cell lies a language of profound intelligence, your DNA. This intricate molecule is not just a blueprint, but a living, breathing script that orchestrates the miracle of life. Every twist and turn of the double helix contains secrets that have shaped your existence from the very beginning, carrying the wisdom of countless generations. This isn't just a static code, but a living symphony, with patterns we call the codon rings. These patterns are dynamic, constantly interacting and responding to the world around you, adapting and evolving as you grow. The codon rings are the hidden harmonies within your DNA, the subtle rhythms that guide your development, health, and even your emotions. Codon rings are groupings of genetic codes that share a chemical signature and archetypal purpose, revealing a higher order within our genome. They act as the organizing principles behind the genetic code, clustering together genes that work in concert to create the foundation of who you are. By studying these rings, scientists are uncovering new layers of meaning in our DNA, discovering how these groupings influence everything from our physical traits to our deepest instincts. Imagine your DNA as an orchestra, and the codon rings as musical families, each contributing a unique sound to the composition of your life. Just as strings, brass, and percussion blend to create a symphony, the codon rings harmonize to produce the melody of your being. Each ring brings its own tone, its own energy, shaping the way you think, feel, and interact with the world. These rings are tangible chemical families, shaping your body, emotions, and mind. They influence your strengths, your vulnerabilities, and the unique gifts you bring to the world. The codon rings are not just abstract concepts. They are the very fabric of your physical and emotional reality, weaving together the story of your life. Understanding them lets us hear the grand melody connecting all of humanity. When we recognize the patterns within ourselves, we begin to see the same patterns reflected in others, revealing the deep connections that unite us as a species. The codon rings remind us that, beneath our differences, we are all part of a greater whole, bound together by the music of life itself. The codon rings are a map, guiding us towards self-acceptance, deeper connection, and a sense of belonging. They offer a pathway to understanding not only our own nature, but also the shared journey of humanity. By following this map, we can navigate the complexities of life with greater compassion and wisdom, forging stronger bonds with those around us. By learning their language, we unlock a potential waiting within our very selves. This knowledge empowers us to make choices that align with our true nature, to heal old wounds, and to awaken the dormant possibilities that lie within. The codon rings invite us to explore the depths of our own biology, to become conscious participants in the unfolding story of our lives. This is the journey into the heart of what it means to be human, a journey of discovery, connection, and transformation, guided by the ancient wisdom encoded in our DNA. Our genetic code uses a four-letter alphabet, A, T, C, and G, to write the intricate story of life. These four chemical bases combine in endless patterns, forming sequences that are both ancient and ever-evolving. When grouped in threes, they create 64 unique codons, each acting like a word in the language of our DNA. This language is the blueprint for every living thing, from the simplest bacteria to the complexity of the human body. These codons serve as instructions, guiding your body to build proteins, the essential molecules of life. Proteins are the architects and builders of our cells, shaping everything from our muscles and organs to the enzymes that drive our metabolism. Without these precise instructions, life as we know it would not exist. The codon rings emerge from a beautiful chemical symmetry, 21 rings, each linked to a specific amino acid, the building blocks of proteins. Each amino acid has its own unique properties, and together they create the diversity and complexity of all living forms. This elegant system is a testament to the intelligence woven into our biology. In addition to these, there is a special group for stop codons. These act as signals, telling the cell when to stop building a protein, ensuring that each one is made to the right length and function. These 22 families, 21 for amino acids and 1 for stop codons, govern our entire biology. They orchestrate the symphony of life, ensuring that every cell, tissue, and organ works in harmony. Each ring groups codons for a single amino acid, revealing unity and purpose in our genetic code. This organization is not random. It reflects a deep order and meaning, showing us that life is not just a series of accidents, but a carefully crafted masterpiece. The stop codons act as punctuation marks in this genetic language, representing the sacred pause, the mystery of beginnings and endings. They remind us that every process in life has a natural rhythm, a time to start and a time to finish. Together, these families form a complete system, encapsulating our physical existence. They are the invisible threads that connect us to every other living being, weaving a tapestry of life that spans the globe. The codon rings are universal archetypes at play within us and the world. They shape not only our bodies but also our behaviors, our relationships, and even the way we perceive reality. By contemplating them, we unlock a deeper understanding of our nature and our connection to the cosmos. We begin to see ourselves as part of a much larger story, written in the language of life itself. The codon rings are the foundation of the gene keys transmission, revealing a path to transformation. By exploring their wisdom, we can awaken to our highest potential and discover the true meaning of our existence. Codon rings connect us beyond our individual DNA. They are transgenetic families. While your DNA is unique, codon rings represent universal themes flowing through all humanity. Each ring is an archetypal challenge and gift every human faces. Think of them as great rivers, with each person's genetics feeding into the larger flow. These rings are the chemical basis for our shared experience, shaping our drives, fears, and aspirations. They influence cultures, values, and even global politics. Seeing through the lens of codon rings reveals our underlying unity. We realize the other is part of our extended family, facing the same patterns. This understanding dissolves separation and fosters compassion. The codon rings offer a biological framework for understanding karma, not as punishment, but as inherited patterns. Each ring carries a collective theme, wounds and gifts passed through generations. Our lives are crucibles for transforming these ancient patterns. By working with our shadows, we heal ourselves and contribute to collective healing. Personal transformation sends ripples through our transgenetic family. The challenges we inherit are opportunities, not punishments. We are all connected in this planetary healing. Every act of courage and love lightens the load for humanity. Our biology becomes the ground for spiritual evolution, revealing karma as a thread of unity. Among the codon rings, the ring of matter is the foundation of our physical existence. Linked to the amino acid alanine, it anchors us in the material world. This ring is comprised of 4 gene keys, the 18th, 46th, 48th, and 57th, master architects of the human body. They oversee our physical development, structure, and embodiment. The shadows of these gene keys often manifest as physical discomfort or disconnection. The journey through the ring of matter is a return home to the body. It teaches us to honor our physical form as a sacred vessel. Unlocking its higher frequencies transforms our relationship with the material world. We learn to see divine intelligence in every cell and breath. The ring of matter contains the biological program that orchestrates our growth and transformation, guiding us through 3 distinct 7-year cycles from birth to adulthood. Just as the rings of a tree record its life story, these cycles leave their mark on every human being, shaping who we become at the deepest level. The first cycle, spanning from birth to age 7, is all about the physical realm. During these formative years, our bodies and brains are rapidly developing, absorbing the world through our senses. This phase is overseen by the 46th gene key, which influences how we experience touch, movement, and the foundational building blocks of life. The impressions we receive, how we are held, fed, and nurtured, become the bedrock of our physical and neurological health. The second cycle, from ages 7 to 14, is the emotional phase. Here, the 48th gene key comes into play, shaping our emotional landscape and the patterns we carry into adulthood. This is when we learn to navigate feelings, form friendships, and develop empathy. The emotional environment, how we are supported, encouraged, and allowed to express ourselves, profoundly influences our sense of security and self-worth. The third cycle, from 14 to 21, is the mental phase, guided by the 18th gene key. During adolescence, our minds expand, and we begin to question, analyze, and form our own identities. This is a time of discernment, when we develop critical thinking, personal values, and the ability to make independent choices. The quality of guidance and mentorship we receive during these years can shape our confidence and worldview for life. Each of these cycles imprints foundational aspects of our being, layering experience upon experience, much like the rings of a tree. They are the invisible architecture of our growth, influencing our health, relationships, and potential. The health and security of our environment during these periods are crucial. A nurturing, stable setting allows us to thrive, while challenges or instability can leave lasting imprints that echo throughout our lives. These cycles are universal, shaping every person's journey from childhood to adulthood, regardless of culture or background. They connect us all through a shared human experience, reminding us that growth is both a personal and collective journey. They lay the groundwork for vitality, emotional intelligence, and mental sovereignty, providing the tools we need to navigate life's challenges and opportunities with resilience and grace. By understanding these cycles, we gain insight into the archetypal rhythm of human growth. We can better support ourselves and others, recognizing the unique needs and gifts of each stage. This is the natural journey encoded in our DNA, a living blueprint that guides us from our very first breath, through every stage of life, toward the fullest expression of who we are meant to become. The 4 gene keys of the Ring of Matter are guardians of our physical journey. The 57th gene key oversees gestation, guiding the formation of our bodies with intuitive clarity. The mother's environment during pregnancy deeply influences this process. After birth, the 46th gene key leads, embodying delight and sensory wonder. The 48th gene key shapes our emotional body, nurturing wisdom over inadequacy. The 18th gene key guides the mind, teaching integrity over judgment. Each guardian presides over a crucial stage: gestation, physical, emotional, and mental development. Together, they form the bedrock of our human experience. Their interplay guides us from a single cell to a fully realized individual. They prepare us to contribute our unique gifts to the world. The Ring of Matter is the key to our physical and psychological health. When its gene keys operate in shadow, imbalance and dis-ease arise. True health is wholeness, physical, emotional, and mental. Healing begins with the clarity of the 57th, creating safety and calm. This foundation allows the delight of the 46th to revitalize us. Wisdom from the 48th dissolves emotional blockages. Integrity from the 18th brings coherence and inner harmony. Contemplating these gene keys initiates a journey of self-healing. The Ring of Matter offers a practical, spiritual path to lasting well-being. The wisdom of the codon rings invites deep reflection on our lives and health. This is not a fixed fate, but a living language responding to our consciousness. By understanding these patterns, we become conscious participants in our evolution. Reflect on your own 7-year cycles. See where you were nurtured or challenged. This perspective helps release personal stories of lack and embrace collective growth. The codon rings are chemical proof of our oneness, dissolving barriers of fear and judgment. Unlocking our DNA's secrets unlocks humanity's potential. Each inner journey contributes to global awakening and unity. Embrace this journey. You are an essential part of this unfolding story.